Alright guys, welcome to my channel guys. So Benue State is currently under siege. Alright, as 61 individuals lose their life and plus others that has not actually been counted amongst the fighting that is currently going on in the city. Alright, so I'm going to let you guys to watch and see all that actually happened. Yes, we've heard a lot of news that the Nigerian military is currently doing all they could. But then a lot of lives are being lost on daily basis, and this it's calling for too much concern as the president of the Nigerian Republic needs to act fast to avoid losing more lives in our country, Nigeria. So I'm going to let you guys to actually see all that happened in this particular video update of what is currently going on in Benue State that needs to be tackled immediately. You know, before we've been hearing it, we've been seeing a lot on the social media, but things are really getting worse. All right, so let's see the video.
As you're watching Standpoint, the governor of Benue State, Hyacinth Alia, has raised alarm, declaring that the state is under some sort of siege by what he calls terrorists and not necessarily, headers farmers clash. The governor also said that he accused some politicians of being behind the attacks in Benue State, and this is as the Chief of Army Staff says he has relocated to Benue State to deal with this crisis there. Let's now bring in a security analyst, Sheyi Adetayo. He joins me via Zoom. Good to have you join us.
Yeah, good afternoon.
We've seen attacks in several areas and local governments in Benue State. The last time the governor cried out, had several media briefings, it did subside. Everyone thought that was it. But and now we're seeing sporadic attacks. The last one was Benue West. I just want to get your reaction to all of these attacks and why efforts to forestall them or mitigate them have proved abortive. Mr. Adetayo, if you're there, can you hear me? We seem to be having network challenges with Sheyi Adetayo. But just to give more context to this conversation, Governor Alia has said that the surge in deadly attacks across several local government areas is well-planned and executed campaign by terrorists. He also revealed that intelligence reports confirm the coordinated nature of these assaults. In a shocking twist, the governor also accused, like I mentioned earlier, unnamed politicians in the National Assembly of sponsoring the violence. An interior report from a judicial panel suggests some lawmakers are financing and equipping the attackers hiding in Benue's forest. The governor has not mentioned any name. He just said, but he has mentioned perhaps the designation, of course, of those he has said are behind the attacks in Benue State. We've seen several, Katsina Allah, I think Logo as well, and then also we've also seen attacks on Benue West. The Chief of Army Staff has relocated to that state. He has also called for more deployment of troops to Benue State to assist with what's going on there. How far that will go remains to be seen, but we're going to take a break now. Hopefully when we return, we would have our guest, Sheyi Adetayo, join us.
Yeah, what Benue State is anything. Just lots of people are currently expressing. We're having fundamental issues that we still need to tackle. And as long as all those issues continue to exist or abate, we'll continue to have these issues. And that's why I said earlier that I really don't see the light at the end of the tunnel yet. Is it impossible? No, it is possible. But can it be achieved in the immediate time? Yes. Still has to be put in. Things that have been neglected over the years. And I believe that with the current effort going on, and more incisive, determination to put an end to this, then we can begin to see plausible outcome this time around.
And the governor has named some lawmakers in National Assembly. He has alleged that they are responsible for the attacks. I mean, is there a political side to this, and how weighty is that statement?
Well, the governor has access to intelligence reports, which my phone is expected to take, or he has been taking. That played in is another, throw it away. He said that it should wait and see those information were misleading or they are actually on point, and that will also help the states and the federal government to be able to address. Right now, it is an allegation, and an instrument of the law has been activated or government has been activated to create an avenue where these issues will now be addressed. See, we can't avoid the fact that even within all these issues that have been happening in Nigeria, there are some political sides to it.
All right. Mr. Vitayo, I'm afraid we do have to.
But at times, those things do come into exercise.
We do have to leave the conversation here. The network hasn't been friendly today, and even now is a bit shaky. But thank you so much for your time. We're looking forward to having a robust conversation with you. We do apologize. It's a network challenge. Security analyst Shea Adetayo, thank you for your time.
Central Nigeria is a stark reminder to us of the urgent need of lasting solutions. At least 46 people have been killed in another coordinated attacks by armed herdsmen in Apa and Gwer West local government area of the state, while 15 more died in a communal clash and more than 200 homes burnt in Gwer East Council area. The violence began on Sunday afternoon when herders reportedly attacked a village in Apa, killing 2 persons and injured several others. Hours later, herdsmen struck a community in Gwer West, shooting for 2 hours and killing more than 18 persons. For 2 hours. Our heart goes out to those who lost their lives, in Benue State over the weekend, Sunday afternoon till Monday. But, Kaidila Jendi, when will all of this needless killings end? When?
Because we've discussed this sometimes not quite long, and so I'm trying not to involve my emotion this time around, because this is quite pathetic. It's unheard of, and I think it's a slap on the institution of state. When I mean institution of state, I'm talking about the federal government
and the state government.
This is not about call for arms. It's not about call for don't allow yourself to be killed. We have said that over and over again. We talked about what Danjuma, what's his name again?
Yeah, Theophilus Danjuma.
Theophilus Danjuma had said. We've talked about those things. And those ones are just one-off. I think those responsibility lies on the state. We don't have to be reactional. We only need to be proactive. Right. So I am not an expert, and I can never be an expert. But we can only say, just like everybody in that community, come to our aid. We deserve to live. Your primary responsibility as a government is to protect lives and property.
Absolutely.
And also take care of our welfare. So if this is not done, there is no other excuse. There is no other way to wish it away. I'm not even interested in what the president says. I'm not even interested in what the governor says. I'm not even interested in how they move to that area. I'm only interested in saying that this has to stop. It has to stop. This, like I said, it's not about numbers. These people belong to a family. These people have a name. They know where they want to become in life. Maybe killed in that community is a future president. Killed in that community might be a future governor.
Or the man that will save Nigeria from himself.
Maybe the genius we're waiting for was wasted without any kind of response and things that can say, this cannot happen. This cannot continue to happen. This is not time to compare figures with other countries. Oh, there is gun running, there is gun shooting in America, and therefore we can. This is stoppable. People cannot be shooting for 2 hours. Weapons cannot be more than that of the state.
I mean, for 2 hours, it's
Do you understand?
just...
So it simply means that anybody can come out and say, I want to clear this community. This, I don't want to use any word like genocide or all kinds of things. What is most important is this doesn't have to stop next week. It doesn't have to stop next year.
It should stop now.
It should stop now.
Benue State seems to be the worst hit. But let's look at the governor. In your opinion, do you think the governor is helpless here?
To look for words that will not sound insulting or patronizing. Because these herdsmen are not ghosts. These bullets can be traced.
The governor once said that
I don't want to talk about the governor because we'll be now taking it beyond things that can be done. This has been going on for months. I've not heard, I may be wrong, maybe because I was out of the country. Somebody will tell me how many of these people have been caught through thorough
investigation,
first-class investigation. The bullets, pellets, have they been... Can we know the kind of guns they use? Where do they get that kind of guns? They are not ghosts. These people have been moving from community to community, causing mayhem and destruction in the last 1 year. And all I hear is just stories. Somebody somewhere must be able to catch them now. I'm not saying that it's going to be overnight, but because personally, because Benue is a savannah. It's not the desert. And it's not the forest that we live here. It's a savannah. That means all things being equal. You can see for miles when danger is coming. No, maybe not at night. But you can see. And then there must be people who are linked with the police or the security forces who have the ability to tell them that what's happening.
JKB, let me put it to you now. Will you suggest a state of emergency to stop this needless killings?
You forgot that there was a time they stopped the telephony in some parts of the north.
Yeah, the northeast.
For about 6 months.
Yeah.
And we're back to where we are.
Yeah.
It's the follow-up that's our problem. It's not the idea, it's not the initial gra-gra. It is the ability to stay the course. That's our problem.
And be resolute. We want to flush out.
Because if we are to stay the course, they will not be taking land and they will be looking the other way. Somebody said on television that they are renaming towns. Who are those renaming the towns or villages? Where do they come from? Are they now holding the land? Is the land still in Nigeria? Or outside the coast of Africa? Because such things irritates the mind.
Land owned by state government.
It's your land. You own the CFO. Somebody went there. They called the village Kayode. You now change it to Kundu. And somebody will now say, well, they changed it. There's something we can do.
JKB, just hold that thought. We have Afolabi calling in from Abuja. Afolabi, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Hello, Afolabi, are you still there? Okay. All right, then. I think network issues. I mean, this is totally unacceptable. I asked the GKB.
State of emergency.
Should that conversation be brought to the table at this? We can't play politics with this.
It's more than state of emergency. I think that's what he's saying. It's more than state of emergency. The state of emergency will last for some months. And so what happens? Are they not going to come back to come and kill people again? So what we're saying is, what does it take to have a military base in that place? What does it take to bring out revelations from what has been perpetuated? What does it take? Nigeria has gone far smarter than that. It's not about the world. You want to tell me somebody did not record the shooting? You want to tell me somebody did not push it on the internet? We saw people running on the street. We saw women running. We saw a lot of people. Somebody recorded this thing. This thing can be used to trace the perpetrators.
Afolabi is back. Afolabi, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening. Let's talk.
How are you guys doing?
Very well.
Yeah, my contribution is this. Well, about this attack in Benue and in some other places like Jos, I would like to let you know that some of these villages are far to town where it's covered by security agencies. In fact, some of the villages is so far that they don't have good road for any security man or anyone to call security immediately to go to the villages to go and attack those people that like a reprisal attack. So what I'm saying is this: don't let us deceive ourselves. Let's do this state police. It's only this state police that can help us to be able to fight this thing, because the people in that village, and let me tell you again, you had in those villages that happened.
All right, then.
You have
Thank you
people,
very much. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling in. You said a lot of